Yeah. Wait, did it screw up my party formation? It did screw up my party formation. I don't know where the boar is. Let's do a quick save.
Not that I care. Will this ever end?
Oh, I think that's it. Alright, quick save, because I'm not buffed up. I don't know if a fight's about to happen. Jathal approaches the boar's carcass, carefully examining the ground around it. See, there should be a pool of blood, but it's not here. It seems the beast came from somewhere else already wounded, then died here. But I can't track the direction. The ground is rocky. It would take a troll to leave footprints here. Jathal inspects the wounds on the boar's neck. The cuts are distinctive, like the kind my dagger would make. It has a few deep serrations on one side of the blade, so it wounds like a sawtooth weapon on that side. So far, everything backs up the half-elf story, but how can we find the one who stabbed the boar? Lore nature check passed. There's not much blood around the wound. Looks like it was inflicted once the blood was already curdled, after the beast's death, not before. Astute. As for the wound, it's all very strange. We need more information. Perception 17. We should carefully examine everything around here. If the boar was already wounded when it came here, there must be a trail of blood somewhere. Traces were easily discovered. Marks of dark blood spotting the ground here and there leading westward. Easier than I imagined. The trail is clear. It leads to the Thorn River. We should search the shores. We might find something there that points toward the dagger's owner. Okay. So I guess that's like on a different map. Did I ever beat that boss up here that was like the floaty skull thing? I don't recall if I did. Hold on, I'm gonna quick save. I think I might have just gotten my butt kicked last time I tried, because you like sleep, and then this thing spawns, so I think it removes all your buffs when you attempt it. Yeah, I never killed this thing. Your fear tastes so delicious.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
I don't like you!
Alright. Resist fear. Okay, got that up. Discount. I thought I started to read his name as Discount Smolderburn. It's Viscount. Viscount. Look at you, friggin' Discount Smolderburn. Alright. I told our alchemist he has permission to go insane with grenades. There we go. Pretty sure he did like 90% of the damage. A diamond.
Not that I
What can you show Val's skills?
Don't hesitate.
That? Is that what you want?
Follow me! Or don't. Didn't get to watch much. How was Hades 2? It was good. I finally beat Chronos. There's not much left in the early access, so I decided to, at this point, I'm ready to wait for the game's full release. And it was super easy, and it was like a no-hit run. I didn't take a single point of damage. I was so good at the game. How
How much longer?
I'm a gamer.
I'm positive I found something.
Trap. Oh, Lindsay's going. I guess her trap disarm with the top hat is higher than Juby's. Because he's been the one disarming stuff. Want to see her mobility? She gets +1 from defensive training with 3 ranks in it. Don't need more than 3.
Not that I care.
Squish. Well, here's some boars. Jathal, do these look like the boars that killed you?
This requires your attention.
How curious.
I see something. Applause, please.
Blah, 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 blah.
I
Those
failed.
boars put up a lot of traps,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Applause, please.
Don't know.
Alright, I don't know if we're going to be fighting those people, so let's put up some simple stuff.
I am your shield.
I appreciate
Who chose
privacy.
you?
Request.
Is that the strength one? Yeah.
Adventures come to them.
No, that's her. She found us. Monster, we knew you would always thirst for blood. You will not take our lives easily. She's gonna have no idea who these people are.
Entertainment!
Oh, I was trying to heal. Jathal freezes in front of the dead elven girl. It's hard to read anything on the Inquisitor's face, but their posture suggests tension, the trembling force of a tightly stretched bowstring. What a lovely child, and she looks so like my Nortellera. Even death could not twist her beauty. What? With a blank look in her eyes, Jathal passes her hand above the girl's body. The feeling of an oppressive force, cold and painful, becomes nearly physical. A convulsion passes through the body of the dead elven girl. With a quiet moan turning into a cry, the corpse opens her eyes and rises. Jathal looks at her in amazement, as if she's surprised by what she has done. Jathal, what is this? I sense the touch of my goddess. She stares at the elven girl. So that's it. I knew that I hadn't fully mastered the powers granted me, and here's the proof. A new side to my gift. What have you done to me? What is this? I saved you from oblivion, you and all your beauty, foolish child. Now you bear Urgathoa's gift, just as I. You are undead, if you prefer the word used by uncomprehending narrow minds. No. No! It's better I follow my friends into death than to become a disgusting undead creature. An unnaturally strong convulsion shakes the girl's body. She glares at you. I beg you for mercy. She doesn't have a heart, but you're different. You still live. Let me die. Put me out of my misery. Why did you... Oh, perfect. I was going to say, I want to know why you attacked us, and that's an option. Why did you attack us? The wide eyes of the elven girl are filled with confusion. We only meant to protect ourselves. The Wanderer warned us that this monster was chasing us. The elf points at the icy calm Jathal. He told us that she sought new sacrifices. Everyone in Keonan knows that she killed elves for the sake of her damned goddess, and still she managed to get away with it. Walked freely into exile. If we had known that she would track us down, we never would have left the forests of our homeland. Who was the Wanderer that claimed Jathal was chasing you? We knew him as Wanderer, but it's only a nickname. I do not know what his true name is. He's a half-elf. My friends knew him. They said that he has a Wanderer's soul that takes him from one place to another. I've seen him a couple times in Keonan, and I've recently seen him on the road. He caught up with us to warn us of the danger. He's brown hair and yellow-green eyes, like a cat. Please, I don't know anything else. Release me. Every moment in this lifeless body drives me mad. The guy that sent us here was a half-elf. I wonder if he just played us. Jathal, what are you going to do with this poor girl? I will not harm her, and I will not let her harm herself. She is frightened and does not understand the gift she's just received. Elves live long lives, but they are still subjects of time. Only Urgathoa's gift can shield them from it. Eternal life, eternal youth, eternal immortal beauty. Can anything else be compared to this? Jathal says the last words thoughtfully, as if the answer is not entirely clear to her. I hope, Jathal, that you feel sorry for the senseless death of this unfortunate girl and wish to help her in your way, and you're not just entertaining yourself as you usually do. Good option is allow her to die. Evil option is keep her undead. I mean, if they had attacked us in like cold blood, I would say keep her as undead. Make her do like labor or something, you know, make her work in the mines. But since she basically got tricked, I'm kind of inclined to just say let her rest. You should allow the poor girl to die, Jathal. That's her wish. Plus, for some, eternity might not be a gift. Oh my god! I thought she would just slump to the ground. Jathal frowns. I cannot disobey my patron and master of these lands. However, I hope that you will not make a habit of disposing of valuable resources like that. Such waste is bad for both the ruler and his subjects. I'm sure that someone laid a false track straight to the elven camp and convinced the elves that we were hunting them. Everything points to this. And we know who did this, do we not? A sudden appearance, a dagger, a false trail? The half-blood will have many questions to answer. I'll start with why did you kill me? And finish with how pathetic do you feel now having failed twice to send me to oblivion? Chaotic neutral. I respect cunning and intrigue, but anyone who tries to use them against me will deeply regret it. True. Let's hurry to the capital. I'm looking forward to seeing my killer. Let's see. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yoink. Wait, Ring of Protection. I don't think Jathal has one of those yet. No, she does not. Where are my rings at? Where are my rings at? Okay, seriously? Okay, let's just do this. Sort by newest at the top. There. Okay, now sort by type. Okay. While we're here... Oh, camping supplies. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Megalosaurus?
And then our leader charged forward. Hey, wait for me!
It's a mega moose! Honestly, that moose is pretty small. Moose size, considering. Canadians would laugh at this moose. They would be like, more like mini Losaurus, lol. What's this? Let's murder it. If it wasn't supposed to be murdered, it shouldn't be murder-shaped. I think he understood somehow, some way he was being watched, even if he couldn't really comprehend how it was happening. Can we claim that? Available for claiming. All right, let's go get that. If it wasn't a level 20 encounter, it wasn't a true moose. There you go. Okay. All right, let's go to the Kingdom Scream. What do we got? General requests and audience. Those are all still going. Okay, I thought I could do more. I guess it's the general thing. Ship says flirt.
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
We will do that shortly, Jubilos. You spotted enemies. Sure. I think what you mean to say is we spotted some XP.
Resting would be
I
nice,
tire.
don't you think?
No mistake.
Time to stretch me muscles.
Me muscles. There's 2 undead on the road? Well, you know what? I have an undead in my party. I guess it's not that
Follow
weird.
me. Or don't. March,
Okay.
march. All I do is march.
Easy XP. You know, by the way, I don't know if any of you know the answer to this. I had a YouTube comment that was like, Muck, since you finished Wrath of the Righteous, when you finish Pathfinder Kingmaker, would you play with the core? I read that note
should gather
today.
our strength.
I had no idea what he was talking about. I'm wondering if any of you know. Is he asking me to play pen and paper? Or is he asking me to play something else that I don't know of? And while I wait on a response, Casil bows briskly, then hurries to speak. On your orders, I have reviewed our military forces. The results are disappointing, Your Grace. We require new recruits, and the sooner the better. We can introduce some restrictions, limiting how many could qualify for service. However, under these circumstances, I feel they shouldn't be very stringent. Indeed, I would recommend we announce that anyone can join the army, and I'm sure that we shall find many brave men among your subjects ready to protect the lands. Okay. I'll allow it. Wonderful, Your Grace. I will begin recruiting new soldiers immediately. What was the question? Someone told me on a YouTube comment. They said, hey, when you finish... Since you finished Wrath of the Righteous, when you finish Pathfinder Kingmaker, you should play Pathfinder Core. And I had no idea what he was talking about. I'm curious if you guys know. Is there, like, I don't know of a PC game called Pathfinder Core.
Not that I care.
The smart thing for me to do would be go reply to him. I just saw the message earlier, so I haven't yet. That's done. Alright, all those people are still busy, it looks like. Alright. Core is one of the difficulty levels available in Wrath of the Righteous. Core is one of the hardest difficulty levels, only surpassed by Hard Unfair. Ah. Okay.
Will this ever end?
So he's encouraging me to go back to Wrath and play on a harder setting. Got it. Alright, so... The half-elf that Jathal thinks murdered her is in the... He was a merchant, I think, so he should be in the town square, if it's him. I lost 5 hours to playing Grounded, I didn't even notice. Bluebell, my son, has had me play Grounded with him every day for the last 2 weeks. There's actually a new patch in Grounded that really kind of screwed us up. Like, we were building this huge base, and it's really weird now with building. Like, you know, you build floors, and then you build stuff on top of it, and now certain things keep saying, like, location obstructed whenever we try to build, and it's not letting us build in places that we were able to build before the patch. And we found, like, a Reddit post about it, so I think
Not that I care.
there was an issue with that. Where is this guy? Hold on, let me check the quest log. Talk to Valerie, investigate my death. It seems Ennio, the merchant who had the dagger, who drew us and the elves into the story. We should return to the capital and have a chat with Ennio. I'm looking for Ennio. Over here's Jathal.
Follow me.
It seems
Or
Ennio
don't.
disappeared, leaving his more cumbersome belongings behind. He's fled as I expected. Jathal touches the boxes that hold the merchant's wares. Her move seems relaxed until you notice her undead fingers are tense and bent like the claws of a predator. It's pointless, illogical. Those children in the woods could hardly be expected to kill us. Why the performance? There must be something. She freezes, then in an instant she pulls a note from Ennio's wares. She glances at it and silently hands it to you. There's only one phrase on the note, no way out, and the image of a spiral comet in place of a signature. Lore religion. That's the symbol of Pharasma. I believe the Lady of the Graves holds Urgathoa in disfavor, and the most faithful of her followers seek out the undead to exterminate. True. A conflict of faith, you see. If Enio is a follower of Pharasma, he's certainly a cowardly one. First, he attacks me while I was unconscious, then he tries to kill me by proxy? Is there something I'm missing? Lawful neutral. Whatever he believes, he has no right to lie and drag people unwittingly into his holy war. Perhaps he's both a fanatic and a fool. He struck me down like a coward in the wasteland, only to see me rise again with renewed strength. Then he used these unfortunate youngsters against me, only to fail again. A lack of scruples can be a strength, but not if one lacks will. Thank you for your help. I will not distract you further. I will seek out this amateur backstabber and will inform you immediately of any news. If the half-blood wants to dispatch me to his goddess, let him do it in person. Okay. Well, we've progressed that story. I think core means tabletop. Core is righteous. Is it a reference to PF1 core rules? I'm curious, does this game have that? Difficulty. Custom story, easy, normal, challenging, hard, unfair. I don't know what core rules are. I'm guessing like if you throw a fireball, like there's full friendly fire damage to yourself and your party. If someone dies, maybe Scrolls of Resurrection are more rare, something, I don't know. Those are just shots in the dark. Like, I know the tabletop rules, but... how do you feel? I see your wound hasn't healed yet. She waves off your words with more haste than prudence. Please don't worry about such trifles. I will visit a priest or an alchemist when time permits. As for how I feel, she smiles sourly. It's my pride that suffered most. It seems I must devote more time to training. I will keep this in mind in the future and not let you down again. I should thank you, Mukluk. It's important to me that you're at my side. Now I'm sure that I'm finally free from the Order of the Eternal Rose. I'm ready to devote all my time and efforts to our mission. How's the wound? Physically, it causes me no discomfort whatsoever, so if you're worried it might prevent me from serving you, then you shouldn't be. You know, you don't have to follow etiquette and maintain good manners while speaking with me if you don't want to. I'm aware of that, she sighs, but I'm sure you understand that I am what I am. That's how I was brought up. First by my parents, and then by my mentors in the Order. Dude, reading the phrase, I am what I am, just makes me think of Popeye the Sailor Man. Besides, I was born to a noble family, she raises her chin proudly, so I rather enjoy the idea that my manner of speech differs a bit from the common language of the peasantry. You just can't imagine how many social climbers have bowed politely the moment I open my mouth. Okay, see ya. Alright, so nothing to say about that. Did you kill the dude or let him walk? Kill the dude? Which dude? If you mean the half-elf, he escaped town while we were investigating his story. Let's see. The guy who scarred her? I didn't get the options. Like, when he won the duel, it just kind of cinematically him walking away. I didn't get the chance to have anyone else do anything. Kind of curious if she gets the scar, whether she wins or loses the duel. I'm guessing, for story's sake, she gets it either way. Jubilos raises his head and closes his notebook. Ah, it's you. How can I help? You lost the duel. Yeah, Vandal, we literally watched her fight for 5 to 10 minutes. They could both only hit each other on natural 20s. And so I gave her some grenades, and she threw some grenades at him to get some damage in, and then he did lay on hands like 9 times. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to stop trying to hit back, and then we just stopped drinking potions and let him end it. Tell me something about the history of the gnome race. What have I come to? Jubilos Darthropple, famous explorer, writer, and scientist, is reduced to giving simple lessons in history. Very well, ask away. What questions do you have? How did gnomes appear in Galarian? They came here in ancient times from First World. You do know what the First World is, right? If you don't, ask me about it some other time. I used to lecture on it in a couple of institutes. According to the understanding I've accumulated, the gnomes were an immortal race until some of our especially insightful ancestors came up with a brilliant idea. They decided it would be fun to learn how it feels to be mortal. I would like very much to meet these gnomes. I wouldn't even kick them. I'd just look them in the eyes without a single word. Too bad they're all long dead now. As everyone knows, a stupid enough idea can be extremely contagious, so the gnomes caught this infection, all of them, without a hope for cure, so they found a way to Galarian and decided to settle here. And, you'll never believe it, they got just what they wanted. They severed their link with First World. They gained mortality, the bleaching, and a heap of local diseases that have been keeping our race on the verge of extinction ever since. Bleaching is the name given to the physical decolorization and aging of a gnome and is caused by a lack of exposure to new and exciting experiences. The bleaching of color is accompanied by a psychological decline, first into depression and apathy, and eventually madness and death. Gnome efforts to fend off the bleaching only serve to fuel their racial curiosity and whimsy, giving it somewhat of a manic edge. Some call that the bleaching is a result of the gnomes leaving the first world thousands of years ago. Rare gnomes survive the bleaching and develop an enigmatic wisdom and connection to the natural world, earning the name Bleachlings. I actually remember vaguely some quest in Wrath of the Righteous with Jubilost, where you escort him to some area, I think, where he's investigating the bleaching or something like that. It's fuzzy, but I remember that was a thing. Do gnomes live long? Certainly. Long and happily ever after. He shakes his head in remorse. We'd live as long as elves were it not for the bleaching. That's the curse of our race, which only struck after the gnomes left First World. To put it simply, gnomes must constantly have new experiences. If a gnome gets into a rut, so to speak, he bleaches. We start to lose color, literally. Our skin and hair become pale, and the worst thing is that our soul loses color too. If the process continues unchecked, the gnome dies. History recalls only a few cases where gnomes actually died of old age. Most of them perish either before because of the bleaching or in the middle of some crazy adventure they've joined just to stave it off. Do you travel so much as a way to fend off the bleaching? He stares at you and then nods slowly. You see, I enjoy being alive. I like to eat pancakes in the morning. I like to write articles for magazines. I like it when I have the publishing house in Absalom and a crowd of fans immediately mobs me. So I don't intend to die at the peak of my life because of some stupid ancient curse. But don't you dare imagine that everything I do is for fear of the bleaching. I tell people the truth about the world that surrounds them. My theoretical research aids the development of different branches of science in various institutes. Yes, sooner or later I will bleach and die like any other gnome, but the name of the famous Jubilos Narthropple will live throughout the ages. Thanks for the story. That's good for now. Come back when you've run out of clever ideas. Alright.
Not that I can.
Okay, so we've progressed 2 of the side quests. The mysterious tiefling. Oh, that's okay. That's a side character. What does she call it? I think she's a kineticist.
How much longer?
So there's a DLC for this game that I've got that adds a kineticist with like a split personality. Well, that's not exactly true, but that's close enough for this conversation. To the party, but we gotta meet her. Kineticists were added to Pathfinder D&D after I last played a pen and paper of it, so I don't really understand their class at the moment. Okay, so where do we need to go? Tenebra's Depths. Okay, there's that. What was the thing for her? Sorrow Flow. Mud Bowl. Wolf Lair. Sorrow Flow. There it is. How do we get there? Looks like I need to cross the river here and go up. If you want a quick and dirty explanation of Kineticist, I can help. Sure. That's not really a spoiler. That's just explaining to me a class I don't know.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Yeah, we can find it. Phoenix from X-Men. I mean, she could do anything. So Kineticists are God?
We will be victorious!
Okay. The song didn't even start before it was over. Lindsay was inhaling to sing, and the fight was done. Elemental mages who have infinite use on their spells. The base spells cost nothing, but fancier spells have burn cost, which reduces their health with each use.
Don't you think?
So they're harbingers with blight?
We should gather our strength.
Yeah, you guys can rest. That's fine.
Who is this storyteller, I wonder? He's weird. An elf, but looks old. And he's blind. And he doesn't like to share stories. What a miser. So, who is he? The oldest elf on whole Galarian?
Russian elementalist.
Or an enchanted prince of Kyonin? Oh, maybe he's a god suffering a memory loss. I'm so excited I won't be able to